Welcome to Beauty in the Air.
I am keeping up the same level of care just because I want the wife that he married. The wife he wakes up to the next morning afterwards.
And he just like squeezes the whole bottle into his hands. I'm like, stop, it's only a pea size.
Wedding day kiss.
They want to have that magical first kiss as, bride and groom. Hello, welcome to another episode of Beauty in the Air. We are a medical spa, Aire MedSpa, located in Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch, Florida. I'm your host, Dr. Walters, and I'm here with my two co-hosts today. I have Hannah, our guest relations specialist.
Hello.
And Samantha, our medical esthetician.
Hello.
So I am so excited to be here with these two lovely ladies. If you've ever been to Aire MedSpa in person, I'm sure you've seen the both of them, and they are just so much fun to work with, so knowledgeable, and I think we're gonna have a good time today.
Yeah.
We always do.
Yeah. So Hannah, congratulations.
Thank you.
She is a newlywed. How long have you and Philip been together for?
We've been together for 2 years and officially married for 1 month.
Oh, yay. So since we do have a lot of brides come in here to Aire MedSpa to get services done before the big day. I'm sorry, I shouldn't just say brides. Brides, mother of the brides, mother of the groom, bridesmaids, and even people that are just there to attend. It's a big special day. So, and I know you had some procedures done, right, to get ready for your wedding?
Several. I need to go into those.
But anyway, this episode is going to be all about wedding preparations, and if your special day is coming up, on our recommendations for you. All right, so we'll get started. So, Hannah, I'll be interviewing you first. Sam, feel free to jump in and talk about skincare. I know you love to. All right. Hannah, can you share your timeline for starting skincare and beauty treatments before your wedding? What were your main goals?
Absolutely. I mean, some of my main goals was to help with my redness on my skin, my texture. I really wanted to make sure that I looked good in the photos and my makeup was laying nice. So, if I knew any better, I would have started 1 year out and come in and done the injectables first. And then I would have done regular diamond glows monthly, but I just started here back in February. So that's where the injectables come in. You get your injectables first so that you know how they lay and what you like and what you don't like with your face. And I really wanted to look like me, just more enhanced.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Sam and I are both really jealous. We were talking about this earlier. We're the old ladies in the spa. We've been married even before social media ever came to be, and we didn't have this knowledge or access. So to be able to know to start doing these beauty services even months prior it's just mind-blowing. I don't know, back in my day, you just showed up and that was that.
I feel really lucky because I did not want to get married the way that I showed up.
Alrighty, so out of everything you did to prepare for your wedding, what was your absolute favorite treatment and why? And you know what, we should probably talk about some of the things that you had done as well. So what did you have done and what was your favorite?
I've had lip filler, cheek filler. I also did an overhaul of all of my skincare, which made a huge difference, especially with how my makeup laid. But I would say my overall favorite was the Diamond Glow facial right before my photo shoot, because I noticed a huge difference in, the quality of my skin. And when they're doing those close-up photo shoot shots of the kissing shots, you want to look good because nothing can ruin a photo shoot like a pimple or uneven texture. So, yeah.
A lot of people are nervous to come in for the Diamond Glow facial. They're afraid, A, they're afraid that it hurts, or B, they're afraid that they're going to look bad afterward. But I mean, Sam, you can attest to this. A lot of our clients have it done the day before or the week before getting married.
Definitely. That's something that I love about the Diamond Glow facial is there's really no downtime. And I like to leave you glowing and radiant, not with all these little red bumps and patches on your skin. My Diamond Glows are not painful. They're really relaxing.
Maybe in other spas, they're painful. No,
they're very comfortable. People fall asleep all the time, so and snore sometimes.
A fun fact about the Diamond Glow facial, a lot of people don't know this, but it's a fully customizable facial. We carry almost every serum available. So can you tell me which serums we have for that again?
Yeah, we have, I would say our two most popular. We use the hyaluronic acid serum, and that's good for pretty much everybody. I really like to use that one if they're coming in like the day before, that even the day of their wedding, because it's just going to really help pump up any fine lines, wrinkles. It'll make your makeup lay beautifully. And then Even and Correct is another really popular one. A lot of brides come in here and their main concern is pigment, and that will really help brighten and just any dullness in the skin. It will help with that. So dark spots.
That one's my favorite.
Yes. You're no stranger to that one.
Sam already knows that's the one we go with every time. Awesome. And Hannah, you did have Botox as well.
That's right. I felt the Botox as well. I completely forgot about that. It just felt so like a part of me that I forgot.
When you're used to your face not moving, it's just like, it's mandatory.
Yes, because I noticed as soon as I turned 28, I had those crow's feet that were really bad. And I was afraid to smile in photos, but my photos looked flawless because of the Botox. That was major.
I'm so glad. Yeah. Your skincare routine, I know you had mentioned having smooth texture and smaller pores, eliminating the redness, but did your skincare routine change after getting married, and are you keeping up with the same level of care?
I am keeping up the same level of care just because I want the wife that he married. The wife he wakes up to the next morning afterwards. So
nice of you.
I'm very thoughtful like that. No, honestly, I became hooked because my skin has never looked better in my life, and I wanted to maintain those results, well after the big day, because there's always going to be another event, another date night, another thing I want to look good for.
I love that. I think it's so important, and you're right. How many men or women do you know just completely stop taking care of themselves the minute they get married?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Alrighty, wedding day confidence. How did the treatments at Aire MedSpa boost your confidence on your big day?
I was so nervous. I'm not super photogenic, I would say. So
Stop! I disagree.
I feel like I am. And I've always had a problem with my skin. So that was a huge issue for me, in the past. And I didn't have any of those concerns. I feel like I just woke up that day. I did my makeup. It looked flawless and I was ready to go. So my mind could be on other things other than my skin for the first time. And I think that that's what injectables and facials and medical grade skincare does for you, is you're able to not have to focus so much on your skin, which is honestly such a blessing.
I love that. And I agree. We're all about boosting your confidence and so you don't have to think about it. Think of how efficient you can be, doing other things,
I'm too busy being in love. I shouldn't have to think about my acne. Yeah.
And the last question for you, Hannah. Any funny stories about your husband's reaction to your beauty routine or treatments? And I'm going to add this, or how much the treatment costs. Oh, I know you work here, so obviously you get everything super discounted. But if he actually knew, what would that be like since getting married?
Oh my goodness. The second I brought home my skincare routine, he wanted to try it out and he was rubbing it on his hands as a moisturizer. And that's when I told him the cost. Hey, this is for your face only. This is medical grade stuff. And he's obsessed. He steals my moisturizers all the time. So
my husband's the same way. It drives me insane with my $40 cleanser, and he just squeezes the whole bottle into his hands. I'm stop, it's only a pea size.
Yeah, I'll have to walk him through exactly how to use it so he's not wasting product, but luckily he's on board with the cost because he sees how well it works.
Does your husband husband do that, Sam?
You know, he tries, but he doesn't know what's what. Like, I try to teach him, and men, they don't listen usually.
Can we tell that? Can actually you tell it that funny story of the time he came in to do that Vizia, and we thought we would scare him with an awful score? Just, I don't want to give away. You tell the story.
So this actually made me really mad. So my husband, I love him very much, but I'm trying to paint the picture here. He uses a certain hair and body wash for his entire body, face, everything. The first thing I got him to use was a moisturizer for his face. So that's what he had been using, and we had him come in, and I was just trying to scare him and use our Vizia so he could really get a picture of what was going on underneath the skin, trying to get him to wear sunscreen and everything. His Vizia scores were amazing. I don't know how or why, but
so the Vizia, for you guys who don't know, it's a machine. It's a skin analysis machine. It's pretty high tech. It shows your pores, pigmentation, UV damage, redness, just wrinkles, everything. And we're like, oh, Frank, he's gonna see that he has a skin of a 50-year-old, and he's in his 30s. So what did it say?
He's 35, and I want to say it said he was 28 or something like that. I was really mad.
That's so guys. They can just do anything and they have perfect skin.
Alrighty, so those are all the questions I have for you, Hannah. I think now it's Sam's turn.
Yes, and Sam, I'm going to be interviewing you because you were my skincare guru throughout this whole process, and I feel like you can really help some other people. Okay, so Samantha, what are your must-have skincare treatments for brides to be, especially those starting 8 to 12 months out?
Ooh, 8 to 12 months out, that's key, is to start way before you think you have to. That way your skin can get used to treatments. You can figure out what your skin likes, what it doesn't like. If you have reactions to things, breakouts, all of that, you want to know in advance so you don't have to deal with any of that on your wedding day. But lasers, microneedling, chemical peels, things like that really take time to work and to really see the full results. So those I would definitely recommend starting at least a year out if you can.
Yeah.
For clients that are interested, that are more visual like me, we do have a page on our website dedicated for brides, and it shows our whole protocol. And I think we do it from 12 months out, 8 to 12 months out.
That's ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, but it shows the step by step and every month what you should be doing, how to prepare.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's say I didn't plan that far ahead. So what are some quick fix treatments that brides can do the week of their wedding to ensure that their skin is glowing?
Okay, yeah, we can help you at any point in time. So if you come in 6 months before, 3 months before, even the week of, we can still help you. We can do the Diamond Glow facial. That's amazing. Week of, I think that's a perfect treatment. Your makeup will lay beautifully. You shouldn't have any breakouts. Like I said, I don't leave you with all the spots and ouchies. Sometimes when you get facials with all those extractions, the Diamond Glow is really gentle the way it extracts, painless. Yeah. So I think Diamond Glow facial would be great for week of.
Can you describe what exactly the Diamond Glow facial is for clients who don't know?
Yeah, the Diamond Glow facial, it gets its name Diamond Glow because I use a diamond tip wand. And that's going to be similar to a microdermabrasion. If you're familiar with that, that's been around a long time. So it's going to really exfoliate and polish the skin. And then at the same time, there's a suction to it that will gently extract. And then we're infusing that medical grade serum all at the same time. So I like to tell clients it's like sweeping, mopping, and vacuuming the face all at the same time.
Love that analogy.
Yes, it's a nice deep clean. You can even see if you're into that thing, the jar where all the gunkies that come out of the skin. It's satisfying, but
yeah, I am not the type to just lay there and get a relaxing facial. If I don't feel it doing something, it's just I'm not going to spend the time doing it.
No, and that's what kind of makes the Diamond Glow different from those relaxing facials that most people are used to. It's relaxing. Like I said, people fall asleep all the time on me, snoring, all of it. I take that as a compliment, but it's more of a treatment. So you really see results that day too.
Love that.
Absolutely. Okay, so what would you say the most common skin concerns brides come to you with, and how would you address those?
I think one of the biggest concerns, they don't want any breakouts day of wedding. That's I would say the number one concern. So that's why we like to start, if we can, sooner rather than later, see what their skin likes, what it doesn't like, because not everything is for everyone. So really customizing that treatment plan, and then, yeah, getting them on a really good skincare regimen beforehand so we can clear their skin and maintain it for the day.
I'm impressed that breakouts is the number one concern. I don't think I even knew that, to be honest.
Really? Yeah, I would say that's the number one concern, but I think pigment would probably be my number two or close runner-up. A lot of people come to me with dark spots or sunspots, and that one, we have to really start treating that soon.
Yeah. Alrighty, so can you explain the science behind achieving that perfect wedding day glow?
The science. Well, I don't know. Let me think about that one. I think that achieving that perfect wedding day glow, it's all about like maintenance and starting as soon as you can, and again, figuring out what works for your skin and what doesn't, and that's what I'm here to help with. And then consistency, being consistent, making sure you're coming in for those treatments monthly or bi-weekly, and then making sure you're maintaining those results at home.
That's so important. So many of our clients just want to come in and just do the one and done. But I would say that's like 50% of the result is what they do at home.
At least, absolutely. You see yourself every single day. You're touching your skin every single day, and we're only seeing you a couple times a month. So it's what you're doing at home is so, so important.
So if they want glowing skin by their wedding day, what would be like the top 3 products they would have to use at home?
I think sunscreen is a non-negotiable. I'm not even going to include that in the 3 products. Sunscreen, everybody needs to be wearing that every single day. But I would say a really good antioxidant serum, a retinoid or retinol, and then, yeah, your sunscreen. So, and a good moisturizer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Why is it that everybody hates wearing sunscreen?
I feel like we could do a whole episode on sunscreen and the importance, but it's so important.
Yeah.
It really is. I think finding one that you really love is key, and we have really good ones here.
Yeah, so many people don't know. Like, I mean, not every sunscreen smells like sunscreen. Mm-hmm. Some have like a 2-in-1 benefit. So like with a moisturizer or with like a color, but yeah, there's options.
Absolutely. And even on the makeup trend, I love our sunscreen because I use it as a primer, and I can build a full face of makeup. That's actually what I did on my photo shoot. So it looked really nice in photos. Alrighty. So Sam, what do you recommend for brides looking to maintain their skin post-wedding? I know we were kind of talking a little bit about that. Do you have some specifics?
Post-wedding? Yeah, I think the biggest thing is keeping up with your skincare at home, being consistent, and then coming in for those treatments. Don't stop coming in just because we've cleared your skin or cleared your dark spots. It's something that you have to maintain.
Just because you got your man, you don't have to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You want to keep them.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Dr. Walters.
Yes.
I think we have some questions for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's see here. What are some of the more popular injectables that brides are requesting before their wedding day, and how far in advance should they start?
Number 1 and number 2, Botox and lip filler. I don't know why it is with lip filler. I think people just don't realize like filler can be done in other places, or lip filler is just so popular.
Wedding day kiss.
They want to have that magical, first kiss as, bride and groom. No, but, and with Botox, I really encourage like the full brow lift effect. So that's in between the brows, the forehead, around the eyes, because that gives a beautiful brow lift. It opens up the eyes. If you're going to do Botox, I actually recommend, if you're a newbie, come like 7-8 months prior, because you want to try a session first, make sure you like it, and then like be able to do it again, right before the wedding day. 2 weeks before would be ideal, but I went to a medical conference recently, and they were even saying, 4 to 6 weeks after you get treated is when the prime result is, because you're not so stiff. So I guess it's a personal choice, but I personally won't do it within that 2-week mark just because I'm afraid that I would hate myself forever if I bruised a bride like right before her wedding and she had a black eye like for the wedding. That'd be awful. So 2 weeks. Lip filler, same thing. It takes about 2 weeks for swelling and bruising to fully heal and go away.
Okay. I think my next question is super important, and I've been in the treatment room with you a lot, and I feel like this is something that almost every single bride or anyone in general brings up is they want to look natural but still enhanced. So how do you do that? How do you balance that?
That is the most difficult part of my job. It's not sticking needles in people's faces. It's understanding what they mean by they want to look enhanced, but they want to look natural. Yeah. I need to have like a picture like of people's faces, I don't know. Beauty is to the eye of the beholder, and I think when clients look at my Instagram, look at my before and afters, I think they kind of know what they're getting themselves into. And I go for a more conservative, a more natural approach. But, maybe not like injecting more than a couple syringes at a time, maybe bringing in some inspiration photos to your injector. We offer very thorough, not every med spa does this, but very thorough get to know you sessions where the client and I sit down one-on-one and we talk about goals and expectations and how we can just achieve a natural look while I'm showing before and after. So yeah, that's important to me too. I mean, you're my walking billboard. I don't want you to look, weird.
I think people want to know also timeline, like if they're getting everything done, Botox, fillers, threads, if they're doing it all, what does that timeline look like?
I know we keep saying 8 to 12 months. And typically in our wedding protocol, clients are either wanting to improve texture or pigment. And you could do this with either or both, but my go-to for those two concerns are microneedling or laser. And our protocol is, for 3 sessions. So once a month for 3 consecutive months, and then sometimes Diamond Glow facials in between that. So PDO threads, I recommend at least a month prior to the event because you will be a little sore afterward, and we don't want you sore or uncomfortable or thinking about your face, on the big day. So just like plan it out, and if you didn't and it's last minute, like Sam said, we can work around that for sure. Maybe get you honeymoon prepared.
Yes.
But there's a ways we try to accommodate for everyone.
Yeah, I love that. And then a lot of brides come in too, they've never had injectables before and they're really anxious. How do you handle that? Like,
I think most people are anxious about the pain and looking unnatural. I would say those are the top 2 concerns. Discomfort. I mean, we spoil our clients, right? I mean, we give them ice packs, numbing cream, the stress ball. Like, there's so many ways around that. Numbing injections. So, and when it comes to results, going to an injector that really takes pride in their work and, goes for a natural minimalist look. And again, looking at their before and afters and looking at their own before and afters, not just like the manufacturer's before and afters. That would be a red flag if they didn't have any of their own.
No, I think you do such a great job making people feel really comfortable. And I want people to know too, like we know that you're probably nervous if you've never had anything like this done before, and we're here to help you and make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so natural to us because we see it every day, but you're right. Most people, it scares them.
Yeah. People usually leave saying that was so much better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. For sure.
I think, no lie though, I think it's because of us too, though. We're just so down to earth and friendly. I mean, I don't know. We give positive energy.
Yeah.
So true. No mean girl energy. And then what do you recommend for post-wedding as far as maintenance?
Botox is my non-negotiable. So maintaining your Botox every 3 to 4 months is ideal. Why? It's just a lot easier to maintain and prevent wrinkles or uneven texture or dull looking skin. It's just a lot easier to maintain it rather than having to do the corrective services. In the long run, it's cheaper actually to maintain it rather than having to do the bigger, more invasive treatments. But yeah, I mean, I've been married for 14 years. You've been married, how many did you say?
I've been married for 7.
Yeah, so I think part of it is just keeping up with yourself and making sure, you know, you still look like you the day that you married. Maybe a little older, but, you know, with the help of Botox, not as much wrinkles.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
But is that all the questions? Oh my goodness, I can't believe that was so much fun. Yeah, so for any brides or, again, mother of the brides, mother of the grooms, if you're just in the bridal party or just attending and you're interested in any kind of medical aesthetic service, whether it be injectables, skincare, laser hair removal, we have so many options. So I would encourage anybody who is just even thinking about it, just come in for a get to know you consultation. We can sit down one-on-one, talk about all your goals and treatment options. And on our website, if you go on to airemedspa.com, we do offer a free $50 gift card for first-time clients.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so until next time, Aire MedSpa, where you go to look and feel like a millionaire.